Hey there, I'm Brian Goulet of gouletpens.com, and today I'm going to be introducing the LAMY Safari Steel Black Regular Edition. Now, LAMY's no stranger to black and gray pens across their lineup, and if I'm honest with you, they're usually pretty darn popular. The Charcoal Safari has been a mainstay for a really long time, and now it's getting a buddy. This is a pretty stealthed out pen, and I gotta say, I am a fan. Everything I love about the Charcoal, I love about the Steel Black as well. It's just a slightly different shade. It's gonna be super dark with a little bit of a hint of blue to it. And I'm a big fan of blue. The more blue in my life, the better. The color of this Steel Black reminds me of like a black steel or a black iron pipe. It's got that deep black with just a little tinge of blue to it. It looks very industrial to me. I'll couple that with the black clip, the black top finial, the black trim ring, and then you got that black nib. I think the thing just looks really, really sharp as a whole. It's got a black stainless steel nib that is swappable like other Safaris, and it's available in extra fine, fine, and medium. Now, it doesn't come with a converter, but if you want, you can add a Z28 for $6, which is normally what I recommend for Safaris, but if you really want to keep the stealthiness consistent with this pen, instead you can get a Z27, which is going to be black and silver in color. Now, it won't really matter that much because when the pen's closed, you won't see the red parts of the Z28. When you're looking at it, you'll know that inside is going to be black and silver instead of that red color. Now, that Z27 is going to fit on all your LAMY cartridge converter pens. If you have the Z28, it's got those little posts on it, so that one won't fit into things like the Studio and stuff like that. So the Z27 is a little more versatile. You can use it on either, it's not a huge compromise, but do whatever makes you happy. Now, LAMY's done a few different kind of blackish Safaris over the years, so I thought you'd appreciate seeing how the Steel Black compares to other pens that they've done before. LAMY Safari Charcoal. Now, this is definitely the one to compare it to. This Charcoal has been probably the most popular selling regular color Safari that we've had ever since we started carrying LAMY. It's honestly pretty close. If you already have a Charcoal, I'm not gonna say like you need a Steel Black unless you just really like it. But I do like it. It's very complimentary in its color. It's just a slightly different shade. LAMY Safari Black. This is their standard black in the regular line. It is a shiny color, right? So it's got that silver clip and the silver nib on it. It's not nearly as stealthy. It's cool, it's got a different vibe to it, but I do like the Steel Black personally. I like it a little bit better, but you can see them next to each other. LAMY Safari All Black. And back in 2018, when they came out with this one as a special edition, I was a big fan. You really want stealth. This one was the stealthiest of the stealth because it's literally all black. It's not here anymore. It's been a few years, but the steel blue is pretty darn close. And honestly, it's a little bit more interesting of a color to me. It's not just standard black pen. So I think this is a really good substitute if you really miss that all black. LAMY Safari Petrol. Now, when they came out with this Petrol back in 2017, I was a big fan. I really like this color. Honestly, they pair really nicely together. And, it's obviously completely different. It's got no green to it, this Steel Black, but you can see them next to each other here. I think it's, as a pen family, these just fit really nicely together. So it's a good pairing. LAMY Safari Pink Cliff. Now, this pen is called pink. That's because of the accent colors, which obviously give it a totally different vibe than you have with the Steel Black. But I thought it was helpful because this color really leans heavy on the blue. And you can see, how much darker that the Steel Black is. You can see that it does have some blue to it. But it is a totally different vibe than what you get with this Pink Cliff. All right, cool. So that's the pen body colors. Hopefully that's helpful. Let's talk about ink now. If you want some nice inks that will match this pen pretty well. LAMY Benitoite. Now, this is part of their Crystal series with the special bottle. This is going to be a nice dark, like a pretty much navy, like a blue-black color. I think it's going to really complement the body color of the pen really well. And it's a LAMY color. It's very saturated. It's a great ink. LAMY Cliff. Now, this is the special edition ink color to match the Pink Cliff pen. It's not going to be around forever, so depending on how long after you've seen this video, I don't know if it'll still be available, but it's a really nice color. It's kind of like Benitoite, but it's like a deeper color. It's more vibrant. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a really great dark blue that I think matches this pen wonderfully if it's still around. If you want to go more in the black camp to match the trim or maybe lean towards the black components of the pen, you can look at standard LAMY black, pretty standard black color, nothing crazy going on here, but it's a decent black. If you want a darker black color, LAMY Obsidian, which is in their Crystal line, is gonna be a little bit deeper black, a little more saturated. It's a great black color. I tend to prefer this one over regular LAMY black, but you know, the bottles are different and all that, so take a look at both. Diatramentis Document Ink Black Blue. This is gonna be a really, really dark color, but what's nice about this one is you get some additional water resistance that goes along with it. The Diatramentis Document ink lines, they're all water resistant and gonna be pretty permanent. If you don't want something quite that dark, you can go the Diatramentis Document Dark Blue. So this one is gonna be similar properties, waterproofness and all that stuff, but it's gonna be, you know, a little less of a deep blue. It's still, you know, leans pretty dark blue though. Going back to more conventional ink colors, you have Diamine Oxford Blue. This one's nice. It's got some decent vibrancy to it. It's a really dark blue color though. I'm a big fan of it. This one's kind of a sleeper. Not a lot of people talk about this ink, but it's a really great color. And last on this list, I've got Rower & Klingner Salix. Now this is technically an iron gall ink. It's a modern formulation of iron gall, which means it's gonna have some water resistance to it, and it might darken up a little bit over time. So it's a pretty close match to this color. You get some water resistant properties to it. It's gonna be pretty decent. Now, the Steel Black is gonna be available for the same price as all the other Safaris, $37 MSRP. We'll have it at Goulet for $29.60. Price is always subject to change, of course. Whichever converter you wanna go with, the Z28 or the Z27, they're both $6. So if you wanna live that ink bottled life, be sure to pick up one of those along with the pen. Now, unlike other videos like this that I tend to make, this pen is not a special edition, so it should be available for the foreseeable future, which I'm really excited about because I like this pen. I'm really glad for that. I know the charcoal is really popular, and I think this one will kind of go right in line with that. I'm very curious to see, like, is this one gonna top the charcoal? Probably not, but I will be very interested, so let me know what you think in the comments for sure. What I also like about this is it's got a matte finish to it. A lot of the special edition Safaris have been a matte color, but there aren't as many of them available regularly, so I also like that for the regular lineup. So there you go. That's the Steel Black. Let me know what you think of it. Leave some comments. You know, check out gouletpens.com. You can get more pictures and technical information and stuff like that. Not just about this Safari, but about lots of other fountain pens, ink, and paper as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our TikTok and Instagram if you want to get more fountain pen content for sure. Thank you so much for watching, and right on.